Going well. Thanks, elfitzo. How are you going? Wonderful. Yep. So starting off with Jardim, so OLTP staple, and also Audacity, which is Nigel's little baby. And yeah, should be two exciting matches. I think they should be pretty close. What do you think? Little baby. It's his child. Yeah, lovely. Hopefully the game will begin soon. Do you have any idea when it's going to start? Aros in the chat is asking who should he go for. So got a few of the boys from Slapshot in here. First time watching some Tag Pro. I think no bias here, but I think you'll know more people on the Flaccid Trips team. But both teams. What's that? Sorry. No bias. No bias there. But I think both teams are very likable. So
All right. We're
either
on.
should do.
Let's go. We are joined by Marco. Welcome, Marco.
Oh, fuck.
All right. I'll do the intro again then. Hello and welcome to OLTP Season 14, Week 2's game between the Captors and the Flaccid Trips. I'm joined by my co-commentators, Marcos and Ridgey. How are we doing, boys?
I'm going well. As we've stated before, how's Marco going? I want to hear from Marco.
Oh, better after that fumble.
All right.
Do you want to stick around and commentate as well?
Oh, of course. I'm not watching the game, for sure.
There you go. All right.
Sounds
Well,
good.
none of that. None of that. We're just
Oh,
waiting
okay.
on the Flaccid Trips team at this point. And I think they're streaming in now. Looking to be a good game. All right. Ridgey, if you want to carry the stream for a minute, mate.
All right, sounds good. So, as you just stated, we are waiting for the teams to prepare themselves. Waiting for the ready call out, and then the game will start.
Just messing with you, mate. Don't worry about it.
I'm
It's all
aware.
good. It's all good. It's all good.
I can play along though.
All right.
I was going to just watch the stream and commentate that.
Right. No, I think you deserve a link, mate.
Figured it probably wasn't going to be the best way to do it.
This is big scuff right now. Big scuff. All right. Both
Off
teams are ready,
season,
so
off
we'll
season.
get into game here.
Oh God, where am I? Oh yeah, Jardim.
Jardim, you remember this map?
Oh, that's a map that exists.
I knew this was a thing.
All right. We'll see how this new trade of me here there works on the Captors team. Very excited to see how that unfolds. And it looks like Monty's still out for his smoke. That's about 15 minutes now. It's a hell of a dart.
Cap.
None of that. None of that.
Ah, boo.
So we've had a question in the chat. How the maps vary? They vary plenty, mate. Every map is different, and that's sort of where most of the strategy comes in terms of these sorts of games, is understanding how the maps unfold, how to play them, any sort of specific strategies that you might use. Some of them tend to be a little more defensive oriented, some more offensive. It's a bit of a loaded question, but yeah, this Jardim map, quite a difficult one to play. Very, very high level, potentially. Hopefully these teams are able to put on that sort of performance for you tonight so you can get a good example of it.
Yes.
Yes, thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark.
Just curious how much tag pro experience the slapshotters have. Do you boys know what the different map elements actually do, like the different colored tiles and the boosts and bombs? Just let us know and we can maybe explain some stuff if you need a hand.
We'll let Ridgey explain all of those. I think he's the most knowledgeable.
Yeah, well, I've got the most tag pro experience here, so just ask me.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'll leave it for you.
Yeah, you should. You especially
Talk
should.
over the actual game, just explaining rudimentary stuff.
Rudimental, what a... Oh, brilliant.
Oh, we should absolutely get some rudimental on stream, actually, now that I think about it.
Absolutely.
All right. All right, we're in game yet again. Take two. All right, teams are on. Here we go. So as I said, new lineup for the Captors. Vin and me here there on D, Monty and A on O. You see the team's very traditional start. One boost, see if you can get an early grab, and then mess around for a little bit. A just waiting for that left boost to come up, it seems, and Chandler's going to go over to block him. So this is a typical strategy that's developed a little bit more in the last couple of seasons. Far more of a... It used to be very much a 2-and-2, so defenders and offenders working in tandem. Now you've got offenders helping out their defense from the other side of the map, such as the structure of the maps. Monty almost out, and probably stepped outside for a little too long. Hands are a bit cold there as he boosts straight into a spike. We're seeing our first round of pups come up in 10. Monty might try and get a grab. They've got plenty of space, and might do best to just hold. Dokugun closes him down though. We'll have our first pup fight here, the crucial pups here, and Flaccid Trips grabs both.
Clean sweep.
Yeah. Crucial on a map like Jardim. Very easy to get out. Dokugun proving that at the moment. Jay with use of that bomb. Lovely stuff. Very well coordinated from the boys there.
I did notice that the rolling bomb power up only gave rolling bomb. I know for a brief moment that they gave both the juke juice and rolling bomb. Was that reverted or?
I think that was only in TPM, right? Only in
only
the trial in TPM. Yeah. Vin out. Jay likewise on the other side. Vin with some nice jukes. No return coming on Jay. Probably never coming on Jay if we're to be honest. He's a hell of a flag holder. And Vin does drop there. Shandor showing his defensive skills. Able to help help Jay to that second cap. Shandor is of course one of our best defenders potentially ever. Signed up for this season as an offender. So commissioners have forced him to play that position as we get a second clean sweep for Flaccid Trips. It's looking pretty dire for the Captors at the moment. So we get to see the fabled tag pro lead from Shandor. Nice bomb from Unbi and Dokugan. Splits the two. OD, and Jay's going to walk in for the third cap. Really is one-sided thus far. What can the Captors do to turn it around?
Win pop.
If only it was that easy.
Just like win all the pops. It's simple.
It's not with any of the pops.
Just play better.
If they can keep the flag in base here, that's a good reset, just ahead of Pups, but they just seem to be getting bullied around at the moment. Monty going for a grab off that bomb. A takes away his team boost, and Monty just didn't have anywhere to go in the end. Thought he could have got out bot. I think that was a bit passive of him to stop there in the tunnel. But A had good position for that pup. They finally get one. Unfortunately, it's not the crucial tag pro. And A's going to use it to get out and straight into a spike. Not quite what you want to see. Chance here though, if they can sacrifice on Jay, no need. Tag pro runs out, and Alameo walks in for his first cap of the game. Very well worked. Just using the last few seconds of that juke juice to create some space.
Sneaky cap for the Captors just then. Just walked through while everybody was fighting for pops.
Oh. Clutch stuff there from Munby, and then Shandor on the backside to clean that up and ensure that there was no regrab. Good settling there from the Captors. Monty bulldozing his way through. Unfortunately, Jay's out on the other side. It would have been a cap if they managed to keep him inside. Instead, it's going to go the other way.
Hey, Lamau walks out.
Getting juked off there. Dokugan.
That's the Flaccid trips. Oh, potential for another.
Oh,
close.
Nearly doubling the pain. Me there. Can't quite pull off that juke there through the blue team tiles. But game's starting to open up a little bit more. Pups coming up soon as well. It's the first time that flag's going to be out when pups are up, and this is dangerous. We see this so often. Teams not coordinating or communicating well enough in those situations. Mihi there does have the tag pro, but they're already a cap down off this pup rotation here. Going to look to lead. They do have both pups, and hopefully they can bring one cap back. Closing Shandor down. JL has the out and gets to the boost ahead of time. Pups are out now for the Captors. JL coming into base, stays alive. He just stays alive in every situation, doesn't he? Absolutely ridiculous.
JL is an absolute monster and walks in for the cap right there. Held it for maybe half a minute there as well.
Has a bloody long hold, and Mihi there looking to try and get something back, but OD well set thus far. Monty
Very close for me here there.
Yeah, can't quite create the space there. Monty, Vin looking to come in, but once again just gets closed down, and the OD
another cap, Flaccid trips.
Just non-existent. I mean, clearly the coordination's not quite there. A does get the shutdown, but unfortunate boost from Vin allows the other team to get the return. 2-on-2 OD, well done from A. And Munby trying to utilize this flashing power up here, this rolling bomb to get some space for himself, but wasn't to be done. 7-2 is the score, just 3 minutes remaining.
Nice little walking cap for Alamau. Blocked out the Flaccid trips on the defense.
Yeah, brings it back, does A, to 7-3, and does get the shutdown as well. So nicely worked from A. Sort of stabilize the team a little bit here. We'll see how that unfolds. Any shutdown on Shandor will be well timed and nice from Vin to give me here there the tag pro. He's going to need to use that tag pro for a bit of space here. And they really need to shut down Shandor. Monty. Oh! So much happening there all at once. Shandor did end up dying, but the return didn't come immediately. It has come now, and Monty looking to double it up. Can't get past Munby. Crucial defense from himself, as Dokugan was 2v1 blocked out. Dokugan now showing his offensive skills, going to come in and probably a cap. There it is, 8-4 is the score. Quick few
Very
caps in the
high-scoring
last couple of
game we have.
minutes. Yeah, it's picking up now.
Mm.
Next round of pups coming up in a second. Monty going to close down Jay, but Flaccid Trip should get that right pup pretty much uncontested. Looking to time. That's the second time we've seen that already this game. Time that bomb usage on defense and offense. Vin not falling for this a second time. Does get the flag and is out, but two tag bros going the other way. It's going to make things very, very difficult for the Captors here. Mihi there picking the wrong lane, finding Shandor on the way. And Munby gets the shutdown, which means it's now 9-4, and they might be able to get another. Munby can't quite coordinate that. 2 left feet, that bloke. I don't know if you've seen him play Slapshot. Whew. Yeah, a couple of just silly grabs there from Captors. Going to let Dokugan stroll in for another cap. 10-4 is the score. And a minute to go. They're looking to pile on the pain even more. So Munby has this boost. Monty well positioned in the end. But like that sort of stuff there, that cannot be happening. Just uncoordinated and a bit, I don't know, what's the word? Bit reckless, Ridge. You reckon?
Yeah, a little bit reckless. Flaccid Trips are making it look almost too easy at this point. A lot of the caps are just walking straight in, and OD's just not prepared, it seems.
Speaking of, Vin shuts the
Going
lane
with
down
a
well.
cap opportunity. Goes around.
Yeah, A held really good position there, flag side, to stop Dokugan from having any chance. And Mihi there going for a grab. Might be able to get out here. Jay's the only one ahead. Shandor manages to get ahead himself. A nice little boost around the back from Mihi there. Can't quite run over the flag tile. And so often it's happened this game, it's going to go the other way. Shandor walks in for a cap. 11-4. And this game's getting well out of hand at this stage. This is still only the first half. We have another 10 minutes to play. Monty trying to give his team some hope, but wasn't to be. And looks like that's where the half will finish. No cap flag for Dokugan. Vin does get one on the other side. 11-4, the final score.
Very high scoring half, isn't it?
Yeah, very one-sided. Very, very, very one-sided. It's unfortunate. Not quite the game we were after, but does show why the Flaccid Trips were able to walk out with a sweep in that first week.
So hopefully in the second half, the Captors can bring it back. Just a few notes. I feel like maybe on the power ups, the Captors can potentially try and be a bit more competitive. A lot of the pups went to the Flaccid Trips.
Yep.
Also, just OD in general. A lot of the caps just seemed like OD wasn't in the correct position. As soon as I said that in the game, of course, Alamel was perfectly placed. But I think that the game, I don't think it's gone. I think that Captors can definitely bring it back. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see what happens in the next half. Also excited to see what happens on Audacity. Very, very different map for your slapshotters in the chat. Plays very, very differently. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's very different. I think it'll suit the Captors a little bit more when we get onto Audacity, but I'm not sure. I mean, the Flaccid Trips just look too solid overall. The fact that it's 2 pups does simplify it for them, and typically maps with 2 pups, 2 power-ups, that is a little bit easier to handle if you're the better team. 3 pups throws some chaos into it, and Audacity will certainly show that. To some extent, because of just how the pups are structured. It's a little more, there are only 2 pups on Audacity, sorry, my apologies, but it's far easier for teams to contest it. Jardim puts you very out of the way, but Audacity won't do that anywhere near as much. Looks like both teams are ready, so we'll be looking to get back into game shortly. Absolutely. Clueless. Nigel's maps, they all blend in, mate. They're all the exact same to me.
Got any thoughts on best on ground so far?
Best on ground for me, JL, as he so often is, best on ground.
Yep. JL was looking very solid.
Very, very solid. Alameo doing well where he can for his team, but unfortunately it's the team game tag pro, and one man doing his best isn't really enough to win a game. So Alameo, JL, and Dokugan, to be honest, I think has been very, very solid on D. Picked up a few caps for himself as well. It's really impressed me this season, Doku.
Yeah. Shandor's also surprised me. He's been fairly solid on O, so hopefully he can keep that up.
Yeah, I mean, he's not an offender, as we briefly discussed. Shandor, not an offender, a classical defender, and position's very important in Tag Pro. Not too many players are able to play both effectively. You see two offenders out. JL gets returned. Monty looking to create something. Might go for a kiss, which is when two flag carriers try and tag each other. Couldn't quite get a chance, but there is a chance now. His team was able to get the shutdown. He's looking for this boost. Up in about a second. There it is. But the OD quite good. Munby has a bomb to work with as well. He's going to
bomb his entire team out of the way.
Yeah, Munby not aware.
Unfortunate for Munby.
Not aware of the team that he was on there. Helped the other team out very, very well. Pops up in 10, and this is a situation where Alameo, the man on the flag at the moment, probably should just take a loop. Come back onto this side of the map around here, spend some time over here, and just hold so this team can set up for pups. Unfortunately, that didn't work. His team was still trying to threaten this grab, and so the other team were able to, with only 2 OD, go straight for pups, and Alameo didn't take advantage of that. So hasn't quite worked out.
I was about to say, let's see if anything can come of this Tag Pro power up, but unfortunately it was just a Flaccid.
Yeah, no. Munby.
Did you see the fight on the left for the power up?
I did. Yeah.
Munby clutched it and boost around the red team.
And what does he get for his troubles? That's the big problem.
He gets some statistics.
Right.
He gets a +1 on the board for that one.
A +1 tag, +1 pop.
A few +1s.
Oh, Vin. That's not the setup you want for those bombs, buddy. JL never dies.
Almost.
Ridiculous. So it is quite a common thing to have an offender set here and the other offender set here on top of the bomb. You can bomb up and then grab into the flag. Vin did it for Jay, despite them being on different teams, and just sort of gave him the perfect line anyway, and Jay was able to get out for it. Looking to make amends is Vin. Plenty of jukes on the big man. Mihi there with a juke juice, struggling against Munby. Now finds him with a bit of help. And JL yet again able to get out. But Captors looking a little more solid this half so far. And yeah, all right, there we go. Commentator's curse, hey?
1-1 for the half. Still looking solid.
It's not quite what I wanted when I said it.
It's even for the half.
Very ill-timed
I'm
grab
sure
from...
Captors have still got time to pull this one back.
It's time's quickly dwindling.
I've got faith.
Both bombs cleared, so these pup fights should be pretty clean. Monty looking to come in. Plays very aggressive around these pup times, I've noticed, from Monty. Potentially part of why they're losing a couple of these rotations so cleanly. And they've lost one yet again. Monty not able to get a grab on that run, and Dokugan tried to get as close to Vin as he could without dying. And it looks like it should be a cap for... Yeah, there it is. Yet another cap. Dokugan with a slight boat. And 13-5 is the score now.
Yep, the game is slowly slipping away. Ooh.
Bad communication.
Shandor could have gone a bit more straight on.
Oh, Shandor. Oh, Shandor. Oh,
lovely.
Stop it, buddy. Absolutely amazing stuff from Shandor. The defender, might I add. Showing his moves. See another round of pups coming up in about 5 seconds. JL looking to hold, maybe put a bit of pressure on around this time. Looking to queue up with Munby on that bomb. Didn't get it. And pups this time going both to the captors. No tag pros, unfortunately. And Vin running himself into a corner there. Mihi there did not have an RB and
Ooh, Mihi
almost.
there, super close.
That's luck, I would say. I don't know if that was on purpose.
It was planned.
Okay, all right.
It was. There was a plan there. I saw it.
So I think Vin ran into the corner expecting the RB to be on a regrab. Didn't turn out that way. Alameo almost went for a kiss. Didn't quite. Comes in and then dies immediately. Kiss would have been good in the end. Monty now trying to make some moves on Shandor. And as we said, Shandor, one of the best defenders in OLTP's history, does not get beaten one-on-one in those situations. Gets the return. And his team almost get a cap out of the end of it. OD was quite solid. Monty gets that pup on the left, but Dokugan, the all-important tag pro, on the right side.
It's really important that Shandor stayed alive there. It would have been a cap for the Captors if he had died. But fortunately, and that's another cap for Flaccid trips.
Just decision making is not quite on there from most players on the Captors. I think Vin really was in a stay alive situation. Certainly I've noticed a few moments where the communication has definitely been lacking. Situations where the OD might try and go to a specific lane and then the flag carrier is coming in a different lane and they definitely commit to that lane. It's not like they're covering it. It's a full commit. So I imagine the communication's a little bit off at this stage. And that, yet again, like Vin should have known that was a desperate stay alive situation. Certainly had a couple of opportunities to come down onto the other side of the map, stay alive. Didn't. Tries to juke back and costing team a cap, but double pups yet again for Flaccid trips.
Seems like the Flaccid trips are just winning the pops over and over, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're definitely well positioned for them. Monty showing some moves, but not enough. Munby eventually catches up to him with that juke juice, and it's 16-5. This is turning into quite the whitewash. We could be looking at a 20 bomb soon if the Captors can't stem the flow.
It is funny. Sometimes Jardim is a fairly low scoring map, and sometimes it's fairly high. I just think it depends on the way that the teams play it.
Yeah, the way Captors play it, it's low scoring, and the way that Flaccid trips play it, it's high scoring. Is that what you mean by that?
I suppose you could look at it like that.
3 minutes remain, and we are literally at 1 cap a minute for the Flaccid trips at this stage. They're looking to yet again get a clean sweep on these pups, and they will. And it's a very dangerous rotation of pups. Tag Pro on O, Juke Juice on D will make sure you can't really get out there either. Vin doing well, and Munby just decides to grab J. Can't get anything off the grab either, so it looks like the Flaccid trips have defended that pup round very well. What do you reckon? 20 caps or no?
20 caps.
Is it happening?
I'm not too sure.
Put that in the
20
parlay.
caps in 2 minutes. We'll see what happens here. I think they need a cap within the next half a minute for that to be possible. Otherwise, I think it's pretty unlikely. I do want to see Captors get a few more caps here before the end.
LMA looking to do exactly that. Another round of pups coming up. Jay, and this will be a cap. That's one.
Like a cap.
Yeah, they don't have a setup for the right pup, so it could go the... Okay.
Here might be another one here.
Oh no, Shandor with that RB. And he thought...
appears to be out with a lead.
Oh. Clever from Shandor with that RB. Tried to use it to push his defender. Okay, well he's going to get a cap anyway. Well done, Shandor. Tried to use it to push his defender into the return. Just A ahead. And he there gets a return. And A with that tag pro causing some havoc. Monty, stay alive, mate. Oh, Jukes.
Shandor gets done. That will be a cap for the Captors.
There we go.
Capital LOL in the chat from JL, I think, is appropriate.
I believe it was an earthquake of some sort that
had a few of those recently.
Yeah,
so
it's very common in Sydney these days. LMA looking to get out here. Just a minute remaining. Runs into a spike. Just tried to cut that corner a little too tight there. We are on 19. Yet again, a cap a minute. We're on the cards for 20. I don't think I've seen 20 before. Not in a properly competitive major season, that's for sure. Shandor
It's a very, very high scoring game.
Shandor does win that part. Monty gets a tag from the other side. And just going to grab and try and get out. Shandor cleverly delaying this return until the last second will allow his team properly time to get set up and also delay the amount of time now that Monty's got that tag pro. Although, looks like Jay is slightly out of position. A couple of ill-timed grabs. It's 19-7 now. Good little finish here from the Captors. Jay looking to put the pain on. 20 caps is the target. Munby, can he do it? Probably the last or second last chance. Gets past one. Has the bomb.
Maybe another chance right here for 20 caps.
This is it. This is it. Shandor's
Yep.
in.
There you go. And you guessed it. You guessed it. 20 exactly.
I mean, surely that's a target. Surely they were looking for that in the chat. Gotta be. Absolutely gotta be.
Absolutely ruthless by Flaccid Trips. 20-7 is the final score. I think everyone on Flaccid Trips played super well. I think that they had really good team synergy. A few little things here and there, but as to be expected in a game like Tag Pro. Got to agree with you before. I think that JL is definitely a standout. I think Munby is also quietly putting in a big effort.
Yep, absolutely.
But as we go into Audacity, hopefully Captors can find their footing and just take a minute to refresh and just think about what they can improve on and hopefully bring it back. So just need to see what happens. Have you got any thoughts about any of the players? Got a favorite right now? Is it still JL?
JL, mate. How do you go past it?
JL all the way.
Absolutely. I'm a big JL stan right now.
Wonderful. I'm a big fan of JL as well.
Yeah.
Do you Fluff isn't? Oh,
no, I think JL's played really well. I think Dokugan's played really well. Shandor had a few clutch moments. Look, I think it's rude to single out anyone on the Flaccid Trips team. I think they've played incredibly and very, very dominant performance from them. Captors definitely a few things to turn around, which we might discuss in this game coming up.
So you are Slapshot players in the chat. JL is also known as Chief on Slapshot, so I think you might have seen him running around a little bit.
Just trying to find this map code, mate. It's all far too confusing these days.
Is it not the standard Audacity?
It's a different version of Audacity.
Like a Letty edit or something?
Yeah, something ridiculous. 78616, that'll do.
I think Michael just sent the correct code. I think you might need to change it.
We'll try that. We'll try 69420 in a sec.
Yeah, I think that's the real code. I think what you've done, I think someone was just messing around when they sent that to you.
Yeah, potentially. Sounds like a joke.
I believe Marco may be back. Are you here, Marco?
Maybe.
Maybe you might be here.
I might be here.
So, did you catch any of the second half just then?
I caught every moment.
Well, awesome.
Thoughts?
So, what did you think about the winning team?
I mean, they got 20 caps. You can't really complain about that.
He was hanging around. He was around.
Knows exactly what has occurred.
It's one less than Blackjack, but I guess you take 20. That's all right.
Yeah, you stand on 20.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty ambitious not to.
All right, we are getting into game. JL experiencing the effects of Pompeii right now, but I think he'll be okay in a sec.
It's a very, very real issue that a lot of Tag Pro players are suffering. So it's very understandable, and we feel for him.
All right, so this is our Audacity, much smaller map than Jardim. Functions a little bit differently. A little less punishing, certainly, and a little bit easier to stay ahead. And that was a big issue for the Captors. A lot of ill-timed grabs. It's very difficult to play OD on Jardim as well. Much easier in Audacity. And the first out for Monty. Oh,
Close, very close for Monty.
carrying a few extra pounds there, just couldn't quite move as fast as he'd like to. So lockdown's done that to us all, I'm sure. Alameo almost getting out there, and JL will show him how it's done on the other side. A lovely boost.
That is the first cap of the game, going to Flaccid trips. Lovely by JL. Also well blocked out by the rest of his team.
Absolutely. JL winning.
Monty with the Tag Pro lead.
Oh, and the bomb spawns right.
What's happening here? Seem to be okay.
Finn with that juke juice just runs into a
Finn.
wall. Monty clutching up.
Likely would have been a cap if Monty didn't save the day.
Absolutely. And he's allowed A to get out. 3 on OD, and you can see how much easier it is to play offensive defense from the opposite side of the map on this map compared to the previous one, Jardim. Much harder for Alameo to find any angle coming into base. And it's much easier to shut down on as well, as you'll see here. So Monty sitting in this boost, waiting. Tries to find a line, but runs into Alameo, and unfortunately, eventually Munby as well. Gets returned, and that should be a reset.
Power-ups are spawning.
Oh, Monty. He's got his blinkers on there. Times that pup to perfection. Wins it. It's a tag pro. The RB was on the other side, so it's a 1-0 pup advantage at the moment. Monty's just going to walk straight in. Brings A low.
Ooh, lovely by Shandor. Don't know how he managed to get around.
I don't know if I agree with that last minute change, or last second change from Monty to lead down below. I think he would have been better off just running straight, to be honest. That's where A was going. Monty, the only one ahead now, needs to get this return, or at least force Shandor wide, and he does. Next round of pups coming up in a second. Shandor pushing me there into the flag. Alameo wins the tag pro. And yet again, RB diffused on the other side. So they have a tag pro advantage again, the Captors. Let's see if they can coordinate this. A and Monty, well done. Now they just need to run in a straight line. A nice boost block from Vin, but there's no tag pro lead for Monty, and that spells danger.
I wonder if Monty could have waited just a second for A to catch up with the tag pro, or if trying to get out there was the correct decision.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's a split-second decision that he has to make to avoid using that boost and run away from his tag pro lead. Definitely want to try and stay close to that tag pro lead when you do have it. That's why it's called a lead, essentially. You want your teammate to lead you everywhere, and you as the flag carrier just follow them. And you can see the importance of these pups here. Both teams, the entire 8 players on the map committing to fighting for those power-ups, just avoiding the flags altogether. Monty with some moves on Munby, coming in low, and this will be very easy for Shandor and Jay to shut down, unfortunately, and they do. OD very solid. Dokugan goes for a cheeky little grab. Alameo out and ahead of 2. Deja vu here. Could it come around the back there? Blocks were well set, doesn't, and Munby eventually closes him down. Well done from Munby. Playing both of those boosts there in the middle, the Captors defense. Alameo ahead, but Dokugan's going to catch him.
Opportunity for jail right here.
Oh, Vin. Oh, Vin.
Opportunity for Vin. Actually, I take it back.
Me there, unknowingly, wasn't sure if he should go for the flag or the pup. Got neither. Vin almost boosts into Dokugan. He's still trying to kiss him here. Couldn't get it, and now Dokugan, return for cap situation. Monty stays alive. Munby with a snipe. Going to choose patience over excitement there. Shandor's got bots, surely. Have we looked into this bloke? Oh, the bomb from Shandor. Much lower scoring this
Yeah, I was
game.
about to say 1-0. Very completely different game to the one we just watched before. And Captors are remaining very competitive. Only one cap separating.
I just feel like Vin's on offense a lot. Feels like Captors haven't really been able to get set and get proper
wow.
resets. They might get a chance now. Monty almost got an extra tag on Dokugan, would have done them well. Coming in now, Jay with that bomb, use it to grab Vin, well positioned. Gets solo return, and they force Munmi into grab. As long as they can keep Shandor in base, they do.
Very nice by the Captors.
Very, very well worked. That was impressive. Three minutes left. Another round of pups in a second. And as we just saw, score is only 1-1. Much more tightly contested affair, and this is what we were hoping for from the change to this map. And JL gets the tag press. Shandor, I think off the boost of JL getting the tag pro, was able to be in position. Otherwise, it was a cap the other way. Alameo needs to stay alive. If there was one man that you wanted on the flag in a stay alive situation, it would be him. And his team are able to do bits and get a return. Munby won't have a lead now. JL's tag pro's out. Monty gives the low lane to Munby.
Crazy. Very well played by Munby. Completely duped him in the bottom lane.
But a big misplay from Monty. If he's going to let out the flag carrier in any direction, you want to let the flag carrier out up here towards the top of base. Basically, a good rule of thumb is to always think about trying to stay ahead. And Monty didn't do that. And it's going to cost him yet again either no communication or OD not executing. Unsure which one, but not only do they lose a cap, they also lose a tag pro at the top. Just a minute and a half remain. Vin looking to duke out. Can't quite.
JL. Oh my god, that just looks so easy. Well played by JL. Just streamlined right through the middle.
Yeah, well done from Jay. Double tag pros. Vin clearing the way. They need to get a return on Shandor though, and Vin's going tag happy at the moment. Almost. Almost.
Ooh, Shandor lives. Very well played by Shandor.
Me there. Really need to get more aggressive. Get the tag on Jay, or at least push him away. Get the return, force for the return on Shandor, but a little too passive there from the team. They don't get the return, and looks like they might go 3 caps down. Monty with a boost. Finds an angle, but Jay was there.
And that will be it for the first half of Audacity. 4-1 in favor of the Flaccid troops. Very close game. A lot closer than Jardim, which is good to see. I think Captors can bring this back. I think that they've got this. They're playing a lot more very solid on this map.
Yeah, they had a few more opportunities there. Certainly created more, and Flaccid trips from the back foot a little bit more. And the big thing was the pup contesting. A few instances there where the Captors had both pups or at least an even split. We didn't see that very much at all throughout the entire game of Jardim. Just Flaccid trips were able to really dominate the pups. So yeah, hopefully the Captors can continue that, because it was very even right until those last couple of minutes where it just started to get away from them. But if they can maintain that and get a little bit of luck, a couple more pups and just a little more coordination, just that lack of communication really showing through. If they can clean that up in this next half, I think they'll do well.
Yeah, agreed.
Munby pointing out I wasn't sure if this was the case, but me here, there, the defensive player, one of the defensive players for the Captors, ended up with 0 grabs for the half. Looking after his KD. Very important stat. I think the most important stat.
Is it actually? I had no idea. In the the calculation, I couldn't.
It is. It's incredibly important. Yeah. If you get a really high KD as a defender, you immediately have one of the best defensive stat calculations. It used to. I don't know if it still does, but it used to contribute a lot. You'd have a player that did sweet FA, but as long as they had a really good KD and a few returns. Obviously, to get a good KD, you need plenty of returns, so they go hand in hand. But even middling returns, but a really good KD, and you'd end up with great defensive stats. The Venetic special, if anyone's been around for a few years, they might know. Marco knows, he's pretty old.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go. Surprised you're still here, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in life, I meant.
Just a fact.
I meant that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just openly say it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought I'd get that in for you, just so you didn't have to.
But I definitely meant it.
Yeah. And this chat better not turn into us talking about that, because...
Don't start me.
I hope it doesn't either.
Because I'll finish me.
Alright, getting into our last half of the... Just ignore that completely. Getting into the last half of the day. Back to mute, mate. The Flaccid trips looking very good for their wins at the moment. 4-1 up, and looking to just get a second sweep in as many weeks. And Captors looking to grab their first points of the season. Haven't played too poorly on this map, at least. Monty showing he is aware of where all of the boosts are on this map, pointing out all of them. So he manages to find his way across the map. Didn't quite get that last cap or the last boost, more importantly. And grabbing into the back of base, not quite the way forward. Monty showing us how it's done. Able to get out, and he won't get in, but he does get a Lameo, that uncontested pup down the bottom. And that shows the importance of that map control and the presence. Lameo didn't have anyone to fight. He does get a tag pro, and if they can make something happen, that was all based off that grab and out from Monty. So well done from him. As long as he can coordinate with A, he can't. A has to grab, and with this tag pro, he's now run himself into
four Flaccid trips surrounding.
a hell of a choke there. That's rough for A. Not much you can do there. It's a no shit moment for sure. Shandor, in combination with that bomb, finds a way out. Ailmeo follows him.
Close. Might have been able to sneak in there if A didn't get the return now.
Not a big fan of these grabs here. Monty grabbed, and then Ailmeo grabbed that bomb as well. But the flag was already out on the other side of the map, and very risky thing to be doing unless it's a certainty.
Double tag pro, one to each team. It will come down to which team can utilize it more efficiently.
Oh, Ailmeo doesn't need a tag pro. Just uses his body. Boosts into Shandor. Shandor going top. He's going to find Ailmeo again. A's everywhere at the moment. Not quite on regrab though. Shandor gets a couple of seconds on the tile there. Vin stays alive for long enough. And A's going to kill him, or nearly kill himself. I thought Dokugan had that bomb there, but oh, sorry, the boost there. Seven minutes remaining. Not a cap this half yet, and there won't be one from A just yet. Gets closed down, and with pups in 10 seconds, you'd expect most teams would just take it a bit easy. Shandor, classically, the antithesis
has other plans.
of taking it easy.
Oh, and it works out.
Well
Lovely
done.
cap by Shandor.
Very well done from Shandor. Is the prime time to grab, is when all the teams are thinking about pups, not quite in their right positions defensively. They do lose both the tag pros, but I think they feeling pretty confident with Captors have tag pros. Not a worry. They're not going to cap with it anyway. Hayes tag pro out. Finn looking to come in. A nice little wall juke there. Munby still posturing on that boost. Does get the return in the end. Yeah, well done from Munby. Hey, we've seen that one before, mate. Bit of deja vu. Runs into the corner trying to juke up top. Absolutely red this time by Flaccid Trips. Monty finds a few walls himself. And a couple more for good measure. Now looking to finally get ahead of Munby. Still yet to.
Munby solos Monty in the middle of the field. Very lovely. Very nice by Munby. Unlucky for Monty though. Pups are coming up. Looks uncontested for the Juke Juice.
And we can see the
very nice by Shandor.
The power-ups going well in the favor of the Captors. 6-2 currently. Shandor, the only member of Flaccid Trips with a power-up this half. But he's also the only member, or the only person in the game with a cap, and that's the all-important stat. Munby looking to change that, coming in himself. Decides to come back to that mid boost. Only 3 ahead. He's got both mid boosts to choose from. Chooses one, and chose poorly. Runs straight into the shutdown of Monty, and they should be able to get a reset here on Jay, unless they start swiping like that. Oh. Brilliant stuff from A yet again. Playing really well as A tonight, I think. In a losing team. Dokugan and Alameo with some tag pros. Doku's going to grab with his. And
Ben's got to get going.
Does just, and the lead will be good now. Couple of seconds left on it, and nice work from Mihi there to get the return. Really well done on the solo from him. Allows,
well played by the Captors.
Yeah, team effort there, really well done.
Still have time to bring this back.
Definitely going to require some individual moments of brilliance. Shandor. Oh! Chance there for MHT. Just couldn't quite
it's always so close, isn't it?
Couldn't get the skates on quick enough, unfortunately. Just a little bit too slow. Monty can hold for pups. Instead just rushes in. Hopefully his team can set up for it. They can. Vin. Brilliant timing on that. A gets a rolling and uses it. Or diffuses it rather. Shandor getting out. Well, not getting out. Here they're closing down. But they need, and you'll see now, absolutely amazing stuff from the Flaccid Troops to delay Alameo getting on offense, and Mihi there as well. Instead, Vin just says, screw this, I'm going to do it myself, and eventually runs straight into Jay on OD. Was ahead of 3, was Vin. Correct decision in the end, in my opinion, but couldn't quite make something of it. Well done from Jay. Three minutes remaining. Got 3 more rounds of pups. Jay playing classic supporto. Shandor takes the boost away from Mihi there, but didn't quite get ahead enough with Monty in the right position. As I said, another round of pups coming up in a sec. Munby going to use that bomb to try and gain position for this one. Shandor yet again goes for that grab. Oh, and we've seen that before as well. The boost from someone winning a tag pro allows the player to get in the right position. That's a very, very generous 0.25 if ever I've seen one. Munby will be filthy with that. 2.5 more like, I think, there. And this could be the catalyst that Captors need. Not if Monty takes that boost. But it was looking like the catalyst that they needed to really come back into this game. The man to create. Munby. Ill boost.
So close.
Deserved a cap for sure. Monty must grab and get out. Doesn't kiss.
They're still in this. Still 2 minutes left.
Absolutely.
2 caps in 2 minutes. Easy.
Things heating up, and any return for a second there, and it was just a second too late, unfortunately. It would have been a cap for Monty.
Might have an opportunity here.
And A blocked out, all on Vin now. Mihi there comes in clutch with that and gets a grab and out himself. They need to close down Shandor. J saves them. Tag Pro for A, uses the boost, and the sack onto the Tag Pro is not enough. A had to grab, unfortunately, so the Tag Pro is not much use, but it will be great if he can just run into the flag tile. Anyway, Munby grabs, gets around Mihi there. Things really heating up here. A lovely bomb from Vin, pushes Munby back in, and lovely from Shandor off the corner. Gives himself position to get a grab and just delay that little bit longer for his team to come into position. And A still can't find that window to grab Monty on regrab now. Munby realizes he's going to be ahead of 3 with the grab.
A Lamau, lovely, still alive, and ties to the spike, unfortunately.
It is just a minute remaining, and if the Captors can get one, it's a hell of a grandstand finish coming here. Vin pulling some moves, not enough moves to get past Shandor.
Looking like.
Well done from Vin.
Tag Pro versus a rolling bomb. Fortunately, me here has grabbed with the Tag Pro.
Yeah, stiff from me here there to grab, and Shandor's just going to kiss him. 2 deaths, and Jay's lost his RB. A return here, and it will probably come from Monty. A pushes helps his team. He does it all himself, 30 seconds. What do you reckon, Ridgey? Is it happening? Come on.
I'm not sure. We'll have to watch and see.
No, none of that. Make predictions, mate.
None of that. I don't think it's happening. I don't think there's enough time.
Me there, almost in position. A kiss here would do brilliantly, and he does. Monty had anti-re. Alamau coming in. Shandor on that boost. Misses. All they need to do is play OD. 5 seconds remain. Munby gets the final return. And Jay with the kept flag in the end. A great half there from the Captors, especially at the end. Few chances gone missing for them, certainly. Mihi there, topping the returns charts. 18 returns, 23 tags himself. And Alameo absolutely putting on a masterclass from an offensive perspective. Just the 2 caps, but really showed some great jukes. But in the end, the Flaccid Trips hold on and end up taking the game 5-4.
Very close game in the end there. Well, I think Captors did very well to bring that back to just a 1 cap difference, and at the end it was just so close. It was really could have gone either way, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Captors, didn't go their way. As I said, a few chances gone missing, I think, but well done to the Flaccid Trips. Definitely the better team for the night, and I think deservedly get the sweep in the end. But I think Captors will feel a little bit disappointed to not walk away with something out of that last game. It was looking very close, and yeah, some big performances, big moments at the end of that second half there. Really could have turned the tide.
Yeah, for sure.
Either way,
congratulations to the Flaccid Trips maintaining their win streak of 4 now.
Absolutely
0 losses for the season.
That's it.
Looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, who will take them down? That's the big question.
Do you know if there's another team that's currently 4-0?
Yes, I do. No, I don't. I know teams that are 2-0.
I was going to say, would you like to share information?
Can you share with the class? No, I don't know. I'm not aware of what happened in the other game. There's another game that was running about 15 minutes prior to this one, but I'm presently unaware of what happened. So the Nuggers in Paris and the Super Flag Bros won both of their games in the first week. I don't quite know what happened in the second week, but you'll be able to tune in to the streams or check out the wonderful Season 14 Hub, the spreadsheet, to find links to those games. In just a few hours, you better rewatch those. But either way, enough of that. Congratulations to the Flaccid Trips on their win. Commiserations to the Captors. A stellar performance in the end on that second map, Audacity, but Flaccid Trips just too good. I'd like to thank Ridgey for joining me in the commentary box. Well done, mate.
Thanks for having me. It was lots of fun.
Thank you to Marco as well for his minimal input.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And thank you at home for watching. I apologize for the scuff stream. It's the first time getting new to this, so yeah, we'll grow, we'll learn. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great night. Brush your teeth.